Sorry guys, I haven't done my hair and makeup for this. I literally just got this idea. I wanted to talk about this because it's been in my mind for a long time, and I don't know, some things just happened and I felt like it's really the right moment to say something about it. Yeah, I feel like we're on the verge of, or that we are going through a little revolution here. If I look around on YouTube, we have so many synth channels and people who talk about music equipment and stuff like that, and it's all very equipment based, but you see so many small creators, and this is absolutely insane to me. This is amazing to me. There are so many small creators out there that are sharing their little jams, their little things. I mean little jams, I don't mean that it's bad, but I mean that it's short videos or longer videos, but the smaller creators tend to focus more on sharing actual music and just their creations. And I feel like if you see just the amount of content that's out there of people sharing their music, mostly like dollar setups and stuff like that, I think it's freaking insane. And I think this is a movement. When you're in the bubble, it feels like it's already very much taken off, that it's already very much alive and kicking. But I think it's a revolution that is about to really pop off, like genuine creation, live creation, being in the moment and sharing live music. It is live music that we do, electronic music. And a lot of big gear YouTubers, that's what it often looks like, a lot of gear YouTubers, because just share stuff about music equipment. And this makes sense because equipment gets clicks, it gets likes, and people need to pay the bills. And I respect everyone so deeply who does this, and I've had so much use and fun out of watching all of these gear videos. And I think also the gear videos come usually from a point of passion, that people like to talk about these things, and YouTube has really enabled that. But I think we're on the verge of a little revolution here, and we can be on those big creators. I urge everybody there to really be on the forefront and to share more of your just music. Just turn on a camera, record your performance, put it out there. And especially I say this to the big creators, because the small creators are already doing this so much, like creating just sharing their music, but I think electronic music is growing up, and this is something very interesting. Like, we've had electronic music came up in the 80s and 90s and really popped off, and then we had the big EDM years and everything was shiny and getting pushed and blasted. But we're coming to a place now where we can make electronic music completely live. Everybody can do it in their living room that has a few, if you have some cash laying around, people can already sorry, I need to check if my audio is actually coming in. Yeah, I think it's coming in. Well, whatever. Yeah. But where was I? Well, anyway. Yeah, everybody. It's so accessible now to make these with the sequencers, with the samplers, with the synthesizers, with everything. And what you're seeing is just this massive, like, underground movement of people that are creating music in their homes, and it's live. It is real. It is touchable. It is tangible, and everybody obsesses for hours about finding the right synthesizer within their budget, within their taste range, and so every setup is completely different. I feel with the live electronic music, we are at a verge like what jazz was and what rock and roll was. I think something is really brewing. I think something is really about to pop off. And so I especially urge the small creators like me to continue pushing for the art, to continue pushing for the creating music sharing videos that are just music. And sure, talk about your gear, do it. It's because it's fun and it gets seen, and it might help also your music to reach more people. But never forget that we are musicians as well. And yeah, something is brewing, guys. It's gonna pop off. I feel this in my bones, and I feel like all of us are part of that movement right now. And It's just waiting for some final spark to really push it over the edge. Somebody, something will push this into the mainstream. I don't know who, what, where that will be, but this is going to pop off. Like, because it's so real, it is so new, it's inspired by the old, but it's so fresh and unique, and we can create experiences that people haven't experienced before. Live electronic music, and it's real, and all your hours of passion and love go into it. So I especially, yeah, also urge the bigger creators. Of course, like, it's amazing. I loved all the videos that everybody does, but please share more of the actual live performances. And this is my perspective. I really struggle with this because sometimes you want more views, so you know that adding certain keywords of synths and sequencers and stuff like that, really focusing on the gear in the titles gets more clicks and searches and likes and whatever. But my philosophy right now is, and I try to balance it because I also want views in the end, but my perspective now is also keep the balance right for you. Like, okay, if talking about gear is all you want, but then do that. But I love that. It's great. I love gear just as much as the next guy. But don't be afraid to upload a video and let it be its own art piece. Let it be its own... so give it a title like you would a song. Just make it a little music, like, let it be a little music video. Just give it the title of your art, what you think it should be called, and forget about the likes and the clicks for a second. Just think about, okay, if in 500 years somebody looks back at finds my video, does it still feel true, or does it feel like a product of its time? And everything is like, it's balancing. And again, I want to really make clear, I respect and appreciate what everybody does in this whole synth community and this drum machine community and whatever. I deeply, deeply care for it and love it. But I think we can push for more art. And the more people do this, the more the big creators do this, the more the small creators do this, and the middle creators do this, the more it will start being its own algorithmic little corner, and the more it will start being pushed into the world. It's just waiting for a last spark for it to really pop off. I got into doing long performances on YouTube because I was having a little smoke with some friends, and then is when I was for the first time opened up to like long performances on YouTube. I never really watched them that much, and all of a sudden I was like, I want to create stuff that I would listen to in this environment and whatever. And there is already, of course, a lot of live music out there and big artists and tiny desk stuff, but the live synth, the live analog, or not analog, but the live synth, drum, computer, whatever, this whole electronic music movement that we're doing here, it is a movement, and it's still very underground, and there's a lot of big players already within our niche, but we're still in the underground. And you who is watching this, who I love deeply, you are already contributing, and you are already part of this movement, and it's going to pop off. Somebody, some people, some group of people are going to be on the forefront of this and will be seen as like, this as this generational artist, even though they're just doing what everybody else does as well already in their niche. But one person will click and it will pop off. Could be you. Could be you. I hope it's you. I hope it's you. So please share your art, make it art, make your video look as beautiful as you like it. For me, it's beautiful. I say beautiful, but make it look exactly in your taste. Make the title exactly your taste. Something tells me that putting synthesizer performance, yeah, it's great information, but that's not your taste. It's like, it doesn't spark like, oh, that's just saying this is what it is, but it doesn't spark curiosity. So instead of calling your beautiful synth performance with Oberheim, I call it a fly. I don't know, whatever, because then all of a sudden it's a work of art, and you're just like, oh, he caught a fly. What does that mean? I want to watch that. Views won't go quick, but the more, I'm just speaking from my own beliefs and what I am pushing for doing right now. I'm doing talking, I talk about equipment as well, but I really make sure that I'm a musician, that my music is the main thing I do here on YouTube. And anyone who touches some knobs in their basement or in on a big stage, please share more actual music on YouTube. It brings more harmony into the world. It brings, and I don't mean that as some woozy way, but I mean that literally. There's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of slop. And when you share a piece of art that you made, you literally like actually add harmony to the world. It's higher signal to noise ratio, and the views might not come today. They might come in 10 years after we're dead. Maybe people will look back in 500 years and think like, wow, that was amazing. And it would be nice if we get rewarded for our work right now, in the here and now. But that doesn't happen for everyone. But the art you create might end up impacting somebody here, now, or in the future, or in the past if we invent time travel. I don't know. But there's a revolution going on. We are all part of it. You can be part of it. Everybody, upload more music, please. More performances. This thing is going to take off. This is my belief. This was Bauketop, not having done his hair and makeup. I love you all. Okay,